I've heard of another settlement that's in trouble. Here's the location. Get there as soon as you can. We promised them we'd be there when they needed us.
I'd kill for a drink. When you think of it, I have.
Yes? Yes?
Hey. Sure that's worth taking with us?
Easy living, this ain't. Enough of this slob. Just point us to the nearest watering hole.
All right, now we're talking. So a ghoul walks into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve ghouls here." Ghoul says, "That's fine. Is the human fresh?"
Give me a laser rifle and my power armor, and I'll take on the world.
Everything looks good on my
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready to see if this thing actually works?
Ready.
Roger that.
Brotherhood, huh? Like to see what you're capable of without all that power armor.
Trust me, freak. You wouldn't.
I'm not making this up. There have been reports of, I'm dead serious now, a Chinese submarine seen off the coast, heading out to sea. How long it's been here, and what it's been up to, are anyone's guess, but I think we should all be... Like I said...
Need something?
All this walking's wearing me out. We taught those raiders a lesson. We'll teach them again if they come back. Lost track of how many ballistas I got.
I think it's safe to say that Benny Hutton
Remember,
has...
we're out here representing the Brotherhood. Let's make them proud.
What's so important?
hope this has something to do with our mission. If we want to win the people's hearts and minds, we have to spread the word of brotherhood across the common.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest. I'm ready when you are. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
This. Busted. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Please, Sean, I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
No way.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Travis Lonely Miles here, with the latest news update from the Commonwealth. And this one... The Green Tech building was recently assaulted by an unknown group. From what I understand, there aren't any gunners left to tell the tale. That's true, it's a little unsettling. Those guys been business. There are rumors circulating that the Institute is somehow involved. Now I know they come up every time something bad or unexplained happens. But in this case,
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Excuse me, Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
Operating at full capacity.
I am seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
The targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Constant vigilance is vital in preventing synth escapes.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I guess I just got lucky.
That's hardly helpful. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Scanning. Subject identified.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial, then. The dosage will be much larger.
Nothing to report, sir.
The side effects will likely be more pronounced.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
That was productive.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced Systems, Special Projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
A Courser chip? What's it do?
The same thing it does for our coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows them, and now you, to get in and out at will. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Hi.
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in 2 places at once. We haven't been able to crack that one yet.
Huh?
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Hello. Power armor? What would you need that for?
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
You had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
I hear we're
Not
about
yet.
to get a new
I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know, but it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
I think Dr. Carlin was looking for help with one of his experiments. You should talk to him.
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results. Power armor, huh? You take down a Brotherhood soldier?
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, What do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
And that was Roy Brown.
What do you want? Inquiring about anything in particular?
Your thoughts?
There's a wealth of technology, just waiting to be discovered out here.
How do you feel about our relationship?
I wouldn't want to smash super mutant skulls with anyone else.
That's all for now.
Affirmative. To you, that doesn't seem right. To me,
I'm ready to move in, sir. We're not alone.
Bam.
If there's really buried treasure in Jamaica Plain, I hope it's something that the Brotherhood would find useful.
What's going on?
Here's that holotape you gave me, full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember?
I know, but it never hurts to be prepared. Just in case they decide the Commonwealth isn't big enough for the both of us. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Let's see what we found. Don't get excited. It's just some scrap.
Let's trade. Excuse me.
I'm glad you're here. We've been having some trouble with raiders.
Tell me what's going on.
They showed up in force a few days ago. There were too many of them. We had to give them what they wanted. They said as long as we kept paying them tribute, they'd leave us alone. At least we know where they're hiding out. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Thanks. It will be a relief not to have to worry about them.
Suppressing fire! Not getting past me. Threat neutralized.
Who's it?
We may have a problem here. Long live the Brotherhood!
When you turn up, you're dead.
Come on! Dare ya!
You intend to head through that tunnel. We'll have to take down those raiders first.
So can we stop worrying about paying tribute to those raiders?
They won't be bothering you again.
Thanks. It's good to know we can count on you guys when we're in trouble.
The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight.
Our vertebrate should...
Attention! Ferrum Squad, report to debriefing. Ferrum Squad to the debriefing.
So, you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
Hope you've got some good news for me.
Yes, sir. The crops will be available when harvested.
You'll sure get the job done, don't you? Here are those caps I promised you. Let me know when you feel like paying another farm a visit. I realize it's not the most glamorous of missions, but hell, neither is starving.
Reporting for extra work.
Good to hear. Another farm awaits your presence.
I'm in.
Perfect. I'll mark the farm on your map. Remember, guaranteed cooperation.
Tegan.
That farm's nothing you can't handle.
Set me up.
Got some choice weapons that just came in. I realize it's not the most glamorous of missions, but hell, neither is starving.
Let me see what you have.
Got some choice weapons that just...
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility. But we'll get the job done.
Oh god. Mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me. If it was up to me, I'd take every feral, mutie, and Sith and shoot them into space.
I don't see why everyone isn't out to eradicate these abominations. Reporting for duty, sir.
You know the mission?
Sir, yes, sir. I'm to observe you clearing locations for the glory of the Brotherhood, sir.
Stay close, kid. You'll do fine.
Thank you, sir. I've marked the location for you, sir. Taking cover, sir. Someday, I want to be the best laser rifle shooter in the Brotherhood. Go get him!
I don't think we're alone.
Over there!
Lancer Captain Kells said it's going to take a lot of hard-working discipline if I want to be as good as you.
Godless heathen!
That's an interesting find.
You got this, sir. Live weapons training. It's not every day they let us squires out into the field. I was lucky enough to get this assignment. other squires are going to be so jealous when I get back. After today, it's going to be hard to go back to patrolling the Prydwen. Soon I'll graduate to Knight and get to take on missions like this on my own. Everyone isn't out to eradicate these abominations.
I'd just leave it if I were you.
Deacons laughed at me. I can't believe I was lucky enough to get this assignment. After this, I can't wait till we start live weapons training. Don't worry about me, sir.
Eliminated.
That was someday, I want to be the pure amazing out there, sir.
You handled yourself well. You honor the Brotherhood. Let's head back.
It was an honor, sir.
Heads up.
Feel like trading some equipment?
Heads up.
You point, I shoot.
Paladin dance.
You need to talk?
How do you feel about our relationship?
You've earned my respect, soldier. I hope that means something to you.
That was it?
Very well.
Assaulted by an unknown group. From what I understand, there aren't any gunners left to tell the tale. If that's true, it's a little unsettling. Those guys meant business. There are rumors circulating that the Institute was somehow involved. Now, I know they come up every time something bad or unexplained happens. But in this case, even I have to admit, it's hard to not suspect they were involved. Don't jump to conclusions, but keep your wits about you, folks. And don't worry. At this time, there's no reason to suspect our fair city is in danger, so you just sit back and enjoy some quality music, courtesy of Diamond City Radio. Truly one of the greatest voices ever is Nat King Cole with Orange-Colored Sky.
Watch your step, sir.
Welcome back, Knight. Report.
Did our squire do well out there?
Roger that.
Good. I expected as much. We can always use your skills when it comes to training our squires. If you have the time, I'd appreciate your continued assistance in guiding them.
I'm happy to help out.
That's the answer I was hoping for. A squire will be waiting for you with a location down below. I trust you'll show him how it's done.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
At least it's not raining.
Plenty of folks
Up top, you gotta be careful.
Never know when you're being watched. Not willing to stand for that.
Look, wait there.
Roger.
Come on.
Holding position. Well, let's see what you've acquired. If you keep hoarding that garbage, you're going to slow it. Down.
So you got a ride of choice? I'm usually a mentat school myself. Makes me feel intellectual.
Raiders thought we were easy pickings, but we showed them different.
Not a lot of folks would travel with the fuel. This mountain.
Hi again.
Get this show on the road. If someone needs help, we help them. If someone needs hurting, we hurt them. It's not hard.
Hello. I watched your other live video like 7 days ago.
Planning on putting down a few death claws with that? Axes to grind. Well, I have a ton of them.
You just say the word if you want to take a little temporary.
It's a far drive to working with the gunners. Got that behind me.
There's no sport to spilling blood if a person ain't earned it. Plus, the Commonwealth provides.
That was Personality by Johnny Mercer. Just when you thought you'd heard everything, folks. There are tales being told about a very strange-looking machine built out there in the Commonwealth. Your friend Travis here has yet to learn what this thing is for, but I can tell you, imaginations are running wild. Wackiest version I've heard so far is that this thing is supposed to somehow contact the Institute. Now, I don't think I believe that, but if it's true, and whoever's building it can hear me, put down the wrench, friend. Anyone else out there knows what that thing does? Come see your old friend Travis on the mines.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the...
Here's another one from Betty Hutton. Guys, don't take this personally.
Attention. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended. Affected parties will have their leave compensated in the next
Welcome
available
back.
opportunity. That is
Why
all.
is your live chats always quiet? My viewers watch it later on, I guess.
I trust you know what
And
to do.
PPL are shy.
Set me up. Be my guest.
Oh, did you make the HP vid about divination class and about hebology? Not yet, sorry. Been distracted by Fallout lol. No, it's okay, you can make it later. Face blue smiling.
Ah, Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
Ah, good. I was beginning to run out of materials to study. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
You're like my most favorite YouTuber in YouTube.
Excuse me, Proctor Quinlan.
Ah, Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I've got time to assist on a patrol.
Good. I'm glad to hear you say that. Most people don't realize how critical a good research patrol can be. Your assigned scribe will meet you at the airport. There, she'll give you the research patrol location. Return with both scribe and data intact, and your mission is complete. Ah, you've returned already. How fares the quest?
I'd just leave that if I were you.
No way, I appreciate that. I have Fallout Shelter in mobile. Haven't tried it yet. Is it good? Of course.
Ad Victoriam, brother.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum.
Greetings, Knight.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
Charging into a situation guns blazing is a good way to get yourself killed.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Yes, here you go.
Thank goodness. I was running low and didn't want to draw any more samples from my specimens. Here's some caps for the trouble. I really appreciate you searching for the blood samples. As soon as I make a breakthrough, I'll let you know.
Technology's in good hands with the Brotherhood. I know.
always another fight ahead of us.
Hey folks, time for some... Though, actually, this time it's more addressing some rumors than anything else. I'm sure many of you have heard tales of the Railroad. A group...
No way. Haven't tried it yet. Is it good? Of course. What do you do?
So Crocker killed Earl Sterling. Can you figure that out?
Oh, I do hope you're here to make a purchase.
Sure. Let's take a look.
The highest...
around the Commonwealth. I guess if you are out there, good luck not getting caught. It's another day here in Diamond City, and that means it's easy living.
So you have a living room to breathe and a cafeteria so we are not hungry, a water treatment room to filter the water and a workout room and a room. Nice. Do you fight or battle or anything? Oh yeah, of course you fight.
Now a swatter? That's a real one.
Every hour there is cockroaches in the base. How do you fight them? And we have missions to go to the wasteland and fight, collect, etc.
You're making that look easy.
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
We get gifts, the gifts have weapons.
Most folks that run with me... Rest.
Another day in the Commonwealth.
Made it another day. Guess we did something right.
And maybe some Nuka-Cola's radiation soda and stim packs.
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
So you got a ride of choice? I'm usually a men's
I gave up
myself.
alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I shot my liver.
It'll definitely be easier to see our targets in the daytime.
Nuka-Cola's the only thing I can drink that wakes me up. Otherwise, it's all hazy.
World's always gonna have tyrants. If I get my way, I get a lot less.
Quiet. Too quiet. Oh man, I always wanted to say that.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of cash.
Spill it.
Oh yeah, do you like Resident Evil? Face purple smiling tears, face purple smiling tears, face purple smiling tears.
What I wouldn't give for a good stiff drink.
The open road and a loaded weapon.